I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very categorical and very fair. He wasn't co-prosecutor, he wasn't co-defense, but he was co-justice.
We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk.
The judge has officially read the conditions for Lil Durk's bond release, marking a moment of good news for the rapper. However, prosecutors are pushing to introduce several pages of new evidence against him, which is expected to delay the trial. This delay could actually work in Durk's favor, as it gives his legal team more time to negotiate a bond release or house arrest agreement before the trial begins. To understand the timeline of Durk's potential release, it's important to look at his newly added charges. Federal prosecutors now claim that Durk was connected to the 2021 attempted hit on Quando Rondo in Georgia. According to the evidence files, there is surveillance footage and witness testimony related to the attempt on Quando Rondo. One section of the report also references Durk's lyrics. "They're on my page like Slide for Vaughn. I know they trolling me." Investigators allege the release date of that song lines up with the time Quando was targeted. In a podcast, Durk addressed the ongoing scrutiny, saying, "For some reason, I just don't see them comments anymore," which prosecutors are now attempting to use as supporting context. Meanwhile, the feds are reportedly trying to get D, Durk's former associate, to cooperate against him. But sources close to the situation say D is determined to distance himself from the case entirely.
That's what Diddy did. He's basically saying all this evidence y'all got against Durk got nothing to do with it. Why you got me charged with Durk? And that doesn't mean he's going against Durk. That just means he wants his case severed. And I'm telling you, if it's severed, it helps Durk. Because one of the main connective tissue to this conspiracy is saying that Durk told Diddy to hire. Diddy's saying, "I ain't get told to hire nobody, and I ain't hiring." You talk? Why would I hire someone? That's his thing.
But now, new evidence has surfaced from an iMessage group chat that could complicate things further for Durk. According to federal documents, the messages suggest Durk is facing allegations that he ordered hits on O-Block members who failed to retaliate for King Von's death. Prosecutors reportedly plan to call a witness who claims Durk personally gave those orders. In the evidence files, one statement reads, "Durk feuds with Maduk over his belief that O-Block members were not retaliating for King Von's passing." This detail adds more tension to an already high-stakes case. Industry figure Whack 100 also weighed in on the situation, reacting to the leaks and claiming he knows the truth about who's really cooperating with the feds and turning against Durk.
Life by basically saying guilty for hire, and the only thing that, like, yes, some of these things look suspect. Why'd you go there? Why are these people going there? Why'd you send this message? But nothing. There's no message that they got that says where Durk says, "Y'all sent Quando yet?" Nothing says.
You're missing the point. They got a witness already cooperating on that. Been had one. We just ain't seen what they say. It's 3 years. One of the cooperating.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what
Yeah, I also don't need too much more than that. One of them is cooperating. Then in the paperwork, you got the conversation. They said they had to get it out. The other two was figuring out how they get paid.
During the latest court hearing, Lil Durk's legal team officially submitted their application for his release. Soon after, reports surfaced quoting Durk's father, suggesting that his son could finally be granted bond. This marks Durk's third attempt at securing his release, and according to insiders, his lawyers presented an offer so strong that the judge might find it impossible to turn down.
The courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very categorical and very fair. He wasn't co-prosecutor, he wasn't co-defense, but he was co-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's going to give a ruling in the next 2 days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers. Thank you, and inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
At the same time, prosecutors made a surprising move by dropping key pieces of evidence against Lil Durk. According to reports, during the court hearing, prosecutors told the judge they were willingly discarding certain evidence, but still chose to read it aloud in front of everyone present. Among the evidence they dropped were lyrics from Durk's songs that prosecutors had previously tried to use against him. Witnesses say that as they withdrew the material, prosecutors mentioned they got the attitude, got the location, and told Durk's team to go look on the news and see your son screaming, no, hinting at the emotional weight of the case and the intense courtroom exchange.
The search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
After the court hearing, Lil Durk's lawyer spoke in an interview, dismissing the charges as a complete joke. He stated that the federal prosecutors have no solid evidence to back their claims and insisted that the case against Durk is built on weak and unreliable information.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment. It did not name, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Before the judge could make his decision, something alarming happened. Federal agents reportedly convinced Bonnie to cooperate. His file was quietly updated, showing that he's no longer in Bureau of Prisons custody. This suggests that he's been released from jail and is now likely on house arrest. What makes this even more shocking is that Bonnie accidentally exposed his own cooperation. He texted a close friend about the details of his plea deal, but that friend ended up leaking the conversation. In the messages, Bonnie wrote, "I'm trying to plea out to a 32, which is the base for my charge. The max is 43, which is life. I'd get -2 points for a plea, -1 point for an early plea, and -2 points for no background. So, I'll have 27 points, which is 5 to 7 years. I can't go to trial. I don't want them to do me like those other guys." When Bonnie mentioned not wanting to get got, he was reportedly referring to another cooperator in the same case. But things took an even more unexpected turn when Bonnie's father learned about his son's decision to snitch. Instead of being relieved that Bonnie might come home sooner, he began leaking damaging information about him, claiming that Bonnie was actually responsible for King Von's death, and that Durk was aware of it.
I'm gonna give you this. It's a back door, and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm gonna tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, "Is it open?" Vonnie told him it's off the hinges.
Wait. Are you talking about the Vaughn? Like King Von?
Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim, the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, "Was it open?" This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was the exact words. Was it open? He told him it's off the hinges.
Are you saying that Bonnie backdoor King Von? No. That was right in
You
there.
heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract or make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had, this is what he had, this is that. Now, you need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk before, who told on Von before.
At first, it didn't make sense why Durk would want Von gone. However, police records revealed that the two actually shared an ongoing criminal case before Von's death. Just a few months after Von passed, that same case quietly concluded with a private settlement. This has led many fans to speculate that Durk may have struck a deal, shifting the blame onto Von in exchange for having the charges against himself dropped.
Why would Durk want Von?
Let me get this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business and they surpass you. How you bring me to the table when I pass you up? Don't nobody want their chief spot taken, do they?
That's an interesting
Dude was
thing.
a slack. He was signing boys. He was signing. Von wasn't no.
That's interesting. I did find out that Vaughn didn't have any contractual ties to Dirk.
Yeah, man, come on, man. He wasn't even signed to him. How's this his friend? He lied on Breakfast Club and said, "Hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not having an attorney? He got a public defender."
This is when a tweet started going viral, highlighting Vonnie's father leaking claims that Durk had Vaughn dealt with. It raised questions among fans about why Durk goes on Instagram Live during high-profile incidents. He reportedly went live the very moments King Von, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck were killed. Many now speculate that Durk uses IG Live as a sort of live-action alibi. The drama didn't stop there. In another tweet, Vonnie's father alleged that Vonnie himself orchestrated the deaths of Lil Pab and King Von, adding yet another layer of controversy to the ongoing saga.
He ain't take my right. He ain't responding no man going back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't responding to them too. I told you he can't take my advice because they playing. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches and paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
Was it you that said that? With the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages? Like,
yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
But that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
No, that's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and with me saying Vaughn, some people like, man, what he gonna tell on some birds on Vaun?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I was free to know what the Vaun name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell him. You gonna tell him just like you orchestrated it, and guess who you work for?
Things got even more complicated when it emerged that Vonnie isn't the only cooperator. Day's younger brother, Ted, sparked outrage in the rap community, with many saying, "Please tell me this isn't real." The situation came to light after new body cam footage showed Ted seemingly begging to cooperate against Durk, which has significantly shifted the dynamics of the case. In response, Durk's lawyers submitted paperwork requesting more time to negotiate his bond. Ted's decision to snitch is particularly alarming because he is D's younger brother, and D was reportedly Durk's main enforcer, meaning Ted likely has knowledge of key secrets. Sources say the only reason prosecutors were able to leverage him as a witness was due to a minor run-in at a local shop, where he was caught with a firearm in his pocket.